Hello and welcome. I'm here with co-founders Michael and Alan, CEO and President, respectively, of Global Domains International, or GDI, to discuss a bit about the background of GDI and where this Inc. 500 listed debt-free global internet company is headed. We've decided to get together and do this short interview so we can share the GDI vision with all of our valued affiliates. We think it's important for you all to get to know us, and we realize that we've been so buried in work behind the scenes that many of you have not even had the chance to hear from us yet. Just so you know, the questions and answers that I'll be asking Michael and Alan to discuss are not questions that I'm just asking off the top of my head. They are real questions asked by real affiliates just like you. We hope they will give you some insight into our company and allow us to share our vision for GDI so you will know without a doubt that we are here to stay. If you stick with us through the minor obstacles all network marketing companies face, you will come out of it a changed and enriched person. I'm fortunate to have been around since the very beginning of GDI when it was just a seed of an idea. It's been amazing to watch how Michael and Alan's master plan has evolved in that time. One way to get a good feel for where a company is headed is to put a finger on the pulse of its leaders. And if you could see the excitement on Michael and Alan's face right now, like I can, you would know that GDI has something very special to offer you and that it promises to be the greatest home-based business in network marketing history. Just so you know, these gentlemen are not about hype. They're not going to scream at you about how you can make $100,000 by this time next week. This interview is not a pep rally. It's about getting into Michael and Alan's head and learning what drives them and what drives this company. That being said, let's get down to business. You guys have provided some great questions, so let's get started. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Guys, how was GDI started, and what is your business background?
Well, I guess the idea first began to take shape when Alan and I started tracking all the sales for all the .com domain names that were being sold back in the late 90s, like 97 and 98. Back in those days, a private company called Network Solutions had a monopoly on all of the sales for all .com registrations worldwide. They were selling the domains on a prepaid basis for $100 upfront for 2 years registration, and that didn't include any web or email services. It was just the domain names. I used to get a count each day for how many .coms were sold, and when I saw that in one day they sold over 78,000 domain names, or nearly $8 million in sales for just one day, I figured it was a good time for us to start looking into it, at least the possibility of us getting into the industry. At the time, Alan and I had a very successful online telecom business with about 100,000 customers here in the United States. We provided traditional phone-to-phone long-distance service, but our service had a twist. We were the first company on the planet to provide online billing. And with our service, you could literally make a phone call, then pull up your web browser and see the call that you just made, including the time and the cost of the call. And we were doing this well before AOL was doing it. Sometimes I kick myself for not trying to patent our system, but of course, hindsight's always 20/20, I guess. So we also did all of our billing with credit cards when this was really unheard of. So that gave us a good taste of what it was like to actually create a market from an idea. We found it to be extremely challenging to do so, but looking back, I know it was really just preparing us for what we were about to do with GDI. Don't you think so, Alan?
You know, definitely. It was an interesting time, and we pretty much caught the tail end and the heyday of the telecom in the U.S. You know, we saw the industry go from long-distance prices at 25 cents a minute all the way down to 10 cents and even less, with shrinking margins the whole time. We had a good niche, being online, but after 6 years of running the business and more regulation, increasing complexity and tax liabilities at every level, literally from the FCC down to the state, the county, the city, it just became a bit of a headache to maintain. Mike and I looked at each other and realized we just weren't having much fun, and quite frankly, the industry just wasn't as attractive as it was back in the 80s when good old AT&T was deregulated and the opportunities first opened up. Now, I guess you could say we just got bored with the business and started looking to catch a new wave, but this time with something that had a global market and wasn't so heavily regulated by government bureaucrats, and if possible, something that we knew would sustain the test of time. We also wanted to get involved in something where we could really provide something that was unique and had lasting value. Now, coming from the telecom industry, we're real big fans of residual and reoccurring income, so we knew that was real important to us.
Right, and on the corporate website you can read all about the exotic international business story behind how GDI became a worldwide registry for alt.ws domain names. But in my mind, we were officially born on December 10th, 1999, when the Internet Assigned Numbers Authority, also known as IANA, along with Network Solutions and the United States Department of Commerce, they all completed their due diligence on myself and Alan and our previous business and our business background, and they authorized us to take physical control of the .ws top-level domain. We haven't looked back since, and now with the network marketing division, we're seeing growth that we know will make .ws ultimately as well known as .com, or more so even, in every country worldwide. And it might take us a decade or longer to surpass .com in popularity, but we are in this for the long haul, and we have every intention of occupying a very significant portion of this industry worldwide.
Fantastic. So after 5 years of being in successful business, why did you decide to open this new network marketing division of the company?
You know, really, the thought has always been with us from day one, and I guess we were just waiting for the perfect timing. And we hit that Inc. 500 list in the USA's fastest growing private companies in 2002. And we were ranked number 37 out of the top 500 companies. And it really began to sink in that we had something special and that we could share with the world. And we started making plans to build a business model that would let others gain financially from our success. The Inc. listing also gave us tremendous credibility in our industry.
Yeah, we had a lot of people telling us at the time that we had the makings of what could be one of the world's biggest network marketing companies. Some very successful people that we both really respect. And we've always both believed in the saying that you will get everything you want in life if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. And network marketing, at its core, is the most elegant and powerful win-win business model in the world, so long as the company and the people who run it are solid, and the product offering is something that sells itself, even without an income opportunity attached to it. So in 2003, we really started thinking about the best way that we could open up a new networking division so that we could finally share the wealth with others. And we knew that we just really wanted to keep things simple so anyone could understand within seconds what we were all about and offer a product package that people would buy on their own, whether they had the chance to make money with it or not. So we built a great new domain and web and email services package based on a free trial and a monthly fee, just like we have now, for only $10 per month. And when we saw it immediately take off on a strictly retail basis, we knew that we had the perfect product to use for a network marketing division.
GDI has a very successful business model. How did you arrive at the marketing system the affiliates use now?
You know, well, like Mike said, we knew we had something special, and we knew we could really just keep the program simple. In fact, we knew we had to keep it simple. There's no need to complicate things when we all know that a confused prospect never buys.
Right, so we made the comp plan super simple so that anyone could explain in just a few seconds how it works and how everyone gets paid. It's really about as simple as it gets, with $1 per month per level over a total of 5 levels deep. But we wanted it to be even simpler to promote because the key to network marketing success is duplication. So we produced an online presentation that was designed to do all of the legwork for the affiliates by quickly introducing and explaining every piece of the business, starting with the company background and then the product, and then an entertaining but very thorough explanation of how the compensation plan works that even a kid in grade school can quickly understand.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's entertaining. When I show people the GDI Flash presentation, they really enjoy it, and it has an almost hypnotic effect on them. How much time and expertise went into making this so that it does such a great job of selling?
From concept to scripting to getting the team assembled and everything pieced together, the production took about 9 months of pretty intense effort with people all over the world collaborating on it, around the clock at times. With all the technical experts from the Flash and graphics designers in Great Britain to the specialized programmers in Canada and even Russia to pull off some of the unique parts like how the characters actually say your name during the presentation.
I love that part, and people always smile when they hear their name spoken.
Yeah. So it really was like making a real movie, and it was a great learning experience for all of us involved.
Alan and Mike, domain names are exploding in popularity as more and more people are learning that they can have their own domain name and website. You guys seem to have seen this coming years ahead of the rest of the industry. What led you to believe that there would be such an explosive growth in this industry despite the fall of the many big .coms years ago?
You know, being online, you could feel the growth of the Internet. It wasn't something that was going to slow down or go away, and statistics were showing us that we were closing on 1 billion people online. 1 billion. With people coming online, they will need a home, and that home starts with a place on the Internet that they can call their own. It's grabbing their identity online, their piece of Internet real estate.
It's funny to hear this come out of Alan's mouth. It seems like yesterday that we were in the process of getting our own first domain name. I remember the value of getting that easier to remember .com, and it was pretty immediate. So, yeah, we watched the .com wave come and go, and we realized that we could do a much better job with .ws, a top-level domain that had global appeal. And this time around, we wanted to make sure that millions of people could participate in the wealth that a domain registry can offer.
I know you probably both get asked this a lot, but what makes a .ws domain name different than a .com?
You know, technically nothing. .ws works the same way as .com. The best way to think about it is to look at the way our telephone industry works. When toll-free numbers were released, they started with 1-800, and then all those numbers were used up, and then we went to 1-888, and then off to 1-877, and so on. They all work the same way, but everybody knows that 1-800 was the first and the most popular. But as you can see, 1-888 is pretty well known these days. .ws is the 188 of the toll-free number business. It has all the same functionalities as 1-800, but just looks a little different.
Yeah, and remember everyone, .ws has another advantage that .com or most other top-level domains don't have. .ws stands for website, and that's the most popular, branded, and universal word today on the Internet. Not all people understand the meaning of .com, and actually, I bet you 99% of the people you would talk to really would not know the meaning. It stands for commercial. Originally intended for commercial use, they thought .com would be most appropriate. Another thing that makes us different and gives us an advantage is that we've really made a point to surround .ws domains with all the web and email services that everyone needs to actually use their domains. We've set a very aggressive price point at only $10 a month for a full-featured package, which includes their custom domain name, custom email services, and high-quality web hosting, including the option to use a professional point-and-click instant website templates. And we've taken it one step further by allowing people to try out their new domain and all these services unrestricted for free for 7 days. So by doing this, we know we're attracting a lot of people who otherwise wouldn't want to risk their money to decide if this is something they want to do for themselves. And in the process, we're building a solid long-term retention with our customer base, with more than 85% of the people who take the trial staying with us as paying customers.
That's wonderful. Do you believe GDI has the potential to be one of the biggest network marketing companies in the world? It seems like we don't even have any competition in this industry. Do you believe that's the case?
You know, not only do I believe that we have the potential, but I know we will ultimately be the largest. Think about the industry. It's literally impossible for anyone to simply enter into this business with a global top-level domain. There is nowhere you can go, no amount of money that you can throw down on the table to make this happen. Secondly, the ones that are available already have very little availability. This is our focus, our passion. We want to make sure that everyone who obtains a .ws domain name can use it for their personal email and developing a website for any possible use.
Exactly. And I'd like to encourage anyone who hasn't done it yet to read the whole .ws story on a corporate website. That's really the other component here and what sets us apart. I feel we really have a unique and interesting story that no other top-level domain registry has. And all successful network marketing companies have to distinguish themselves within their industry. We've really done that, and it's simply not possible for any other company to duplicate what we've already done.
With the current infrastructure you have in place, How many affiliates could GDI maintain?
Well, as our systems are today, we can support at least 1 million affiliates. We're also totally scalable, not only technically, but also administratively. And when we need more help in the support department, for example, we hire more people as needed. And our focus really is to always stay ahead of our needs and operate with plenty of reserve in both technical resources and personnel.
Excellent. What plans do you have, if any, to make GDI available to people in other languages?
Well, we're looking to augment our marketing and support centers with multilingual materials and personnel, starting sometime next year, most likely second quarter, with a goal to release the program in a few other languages.
What is your personal goal for the number of .ws domains registered by the Network Marketing Division over the next couple of years?
Our product is something that we can deliver instantly, no matter where the customer lives on the planet, so long as they can access the Internet. There are no shipping or inventory restrictions, so really we can grow as fast as the affiliates can pour on the business.
That's incredible. Do you think a representative who comes into GDI has the same chance to succeed as someone who came in at the very beginning?
Well, naturally, once we have tens of millions of users, we're going to reach somewhat of a saturation point as far as the opportunity is concerned. But that's going to take a few years, and certainly it's not going to happen or be an issue in the next year or even 5 years, I don't think. That kind of volume is going to take some time, and if I were to predict what would be the sweet spot for people coming on board, I'd have to say that the next 5 years or so are it. The thing to realize is that this truly is a long-term opportunity, and the global nature of what we're doing is undeniable. Also, when people start seeing, when they keep seeing .ws and the GDI opportunity month after month and year after year, and they see people bringing home significant incomes each month, every month, and growing over time, the market penetration will increase even more. The power of repetition will definitely work in our favor. And, as time goes on, the people who have been in other opportunities in the past will finally realize what long-term really means. And as we create the .ws brand globally and reach a critical mass of many millions of users worldwide over the coming years, the people who took this opportunity seriously now will definitely be the ones who benefit from the long-term income streams that they created for themselves early on. We have a registered federal trademark for the term "your internet address for life," and we're in the process of getting it also for the words "your income for life." So I really think we're going to create a paradigm shift here, or a change in the way that people look at our industry. Also, the world will see the power of combining multi-level or network marketing with the global reach and staying power of an internet top-level domain registry with a unique story like GDI has.
Mike and Alan, GDI is very affordable at just $10. Is it really possible to make a significant residual income with such a low monthly payment?
I asked myself that question over and over when we were deciding on this compensation plan, and I decided one thing from my experience with Mike in building our telecom company. If you're really persistent, you think long term, this business not only will get you a significant number monthly, but more importantly, a sustainable number. Who cares if you can get up to $5,000 a month in other businesses, but only find out that attrition and market conditions end up eroding away your base of customers and cause more work in the long run in order to sustain it. With our program, we're giving people what they will eventually have. It's like having a phone number or a cable service. It's a given. And with our product, it's portable. They can take it wherever they go, anywhere on the planet for the rest of their lives. So those people will stay on as customers for many years to come. But if you lose a couple, it's not as painful as losing a couple of big consumers in your downline that contribute to a large portion of your monthly residual.
Yeah, exactly. This really is a volume business, and it is a global market. And for anyone who takes this business seriously and is persistent, there really is no reason they can't make thousands of dollars a month. We've already got people making over $5,000 a month just 5 months into the program. So you can only imagine how much people are going to be making in the years to come.
Yes, the thought of that is really exciting. If you had to boil down your goals to one goal statement specific to GDI, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. Our motto is that you will get everything you want in life if you will just help enough other people get what they want. So the one goal statement would be simply this: We want to help as many people as possible worldwide live a better life from the use and promotion of our very unique product and opportunity.
Ditto. We want to see everyone create an identity online so in the years to come, they can use that same unique email address or website and gain more and more credibility with all those they come in contact with. In a way, at this time, I kind of feel like it's 1492 and Christopher Columbus has sailed the seas to find a new land. And I feel real fortunate enough to be able to say that here is that land, that new internet land. Please share a piece of it with us.
Christopher, Alan or Mike, what's in store for the new year?
Well, we need to continue to support our existing members and continue to offer ways for everyone to promote the business. Easier ways to earn and receive commissions, multiple payment options, additional features in the website builder.
Right. And more effective offline methods to allow people to easily and quickly get the word out to others about the awesome opportunity within GDI. Look for one really powerful company-produced feature to come out next month that will increase the duplication factor dramatically, and everyone will have access to that for free. It's really fun to see how these simple new features fan the flames even more, like the sponsor movement function that we added. The top affiliates are just loving the fact that they now have control over where they can place their new trial members, and they're using it as a way to build excitement and momentum in their organization. So we really do make a point to listen to what the affiliates want, and we try to implement the features that make sense as soon as we can. Also, we're planning some exciting sales contests that we'll announce very soon, and look out for some really powerful testimonials from people who are doing extremely well with GDI already. And no doubt they'll provide some pretty amazing stories over the course of the year and beyond.
Wow. Well, thank you, gentlemen. I don't know about anyone else out there, but I personally am more excited than I've ever been about GDI and how we're going to be able to help so many people worldwide. I'd like to thank Michael and our dear friend and partner, Alan, and thanks to everyone out there listening today.
This really is an exciting time for all of us, and we want you all to know that we and the rest of the GDI corporate team are here to support you in every way, now and in the many years to come. Thank you for listening, and just remember, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.